Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to Macabre'Gorium Labs presents a showcase of things likely forgotten. Bats here, and I hope you'll join me today as we talk about one of our favorite topics, breakfast cereals, with Froot Loops. Turns out, the nose knew. One thing we really love here at Macabre'Gorium Labs are Saturday mornings, and there's only one thing that we crave while watching our beloved cartoon. Come on, you know what it is. That's right, breakfast cereals. Naturally, we're talking about a big bowl of your favorite breakfast cereal, and when it comes to breakfast cereals, there is a lot to choose from. Now, of course, we all have our favorites, but we do all agree Froot Loops are delicious and rad, at least here at the labs. Made by the Kellogg Company in 1963, Froot Loops were designed to compete with the iconic Cheerios. The cereal itself is a fruit-flavored cereal with ring-shaped pieces. Originally in the US, the rings came in red for cherry, yellow for lemon, and orange for oranges. However, in the UK version, the original rings were purple, green, and orange. This was mainly due to the fact that the US version uses preservatives and artificial dyes like red 40, blue 1, and yellows number 5 and 6 to maintain those bright colors. The UK, on the other hand, uses natural colors that are found in their fruits and vegetables, so the cereal is less vibrant, but does maintain the good taste.
Now, it is important to note that European food standards are a bit more strict than they are here in the US.
That is true, Goat, but while we've only had the chance to eat Froot Loops made here in the US, we're going to primarily focus on that version for the sake of this video. Although the cereal rings were each a different color with a supposedly different taste, it was a bit of a brain trick as our brains associate certain colors with certain flavors. But in actuality, all the loops taste the same, a sort of sweet, tangy, fruit-esque flavor. The taste actually comes from a blend of orange, lemon, lime, and vegetable extracts. It also has an irresistible fruity aroma that is sure to entice kids and adults into having a bowl or two. As with other cereals, this one would also come with a mascot, and of course I'm talking about the one, the only, Toucan Sam. In case you've been living under a rock or off the grid for the last 60 years, Toucan Sam is the blue anthropomorphic toucan that can smell Froot Loops anywhere. Much like real toucans, Toucan Sam is very colorful, which appeals to kids. Originally his body was blue and he had a beak with one stripe over each color of the cereal, including yellow, red, and orange to represent the colors. Toucan Sam also had a very memorable catchphrase, "Follow your nose, it always knows." He would originally be voiced by the iconic and legendary Mel Blanc from 1963 up until 1970.
Now, it is important to note that there have been a few different voices for Toucan Sam over the years.
Which is why we're debating doing a series on individual cereal mascots and really diving into their impact on sales, advertising, and historical significance. As with other products, Froot Loops has added new colors over the years. In 1991, they would add green, they would add purple in 1994, and in 1995, they would add blue to the mix. But again, they all taste the same, allegedly. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Along with these color additions, Toucan Sam has added a green and a purple stripe to his beak, along with his body maintaining the iconic blue. In addition to updating the colors, there would be a lot of variations of the cereal over the years, such as Cocoa Loops, Froot Loops Go Packs, Glazed Blueberry Donut Holes, Unicorn Froot Loops, Fruity Confetti, Alien Berry, Gigantic Froot Loops, Rainbow Froot Loops, Froot Loops with 1/3 less sugar, and Froot Loops with marshmallows, just to name a very few, and that's just for the cereals. Kellogg's has branched out to other products like cereal bars, Snack'ems, Pop-Tarts, and cereal straws. Today, the Froot Loops brand is owned by the WK Kellogg Company, which is known as Kellanova to the rest of the world. There is, of course, also a website, wkkellogg.com, that has a lot of information about Froot Loops and also features recipes that use the cereal in new and interesting ways. Everything from cake pops and muffins to Rice Krispie Froot Loop treats, soup, ice cream balls, cookies, and Toucan Sam parfait, again, just to name a very few. We may try to make some of these for the channel, so let us know if that's something you'd like to see. Before we wrap this up, we need to mention that there was one bit of an issue that came up with the semi-punk band Green Jello back when they released their album, The Serial Killer Soundtrack, in 1993. The main problem was that this particular video shows the Trix Rabbit being murdered by Toucan Sam, with Sonny the Lucky Charms Leprechaun and Snap, Crackle, and Pop suffering the same fate. There were also newspapers in the video noting that Captain Crunch walked the plank and Tony the Tiger was found in a trap. The video would end up with a toucan being the victor of the other cereal mascots. Personally, if I was the CEO of Kellogg, I'd have let this one go, because green jello's f***ing awesome. Fans of green jelly, like us, understood it was parody and that it was meant to be funny. Needless to say, Kellogg was not thrilled with this parody depiction of their mascot, as it's not at all child-friendly. In the end, Kellogg would sue Green Jello for trademark infringement, forcing them to change the character's name and cover art of the album, not to mention the name of the band itself. And hey, with any luck at all, maybe I'll be able to get an interview with the punk rock pope himself. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Here in 2026, Froot Loops are still being sold and enjoyed by kids and adults alike, and for a cereal that's been around since 1963, they sure have satisfied a lot of customers. If you're like us and Froot Loops is one of your favorite cereals, don't worry, they've got you covered with a bunch of different merchandise. There is a ton of merchandise available from sites like Amazon and eBay, such as t-shirts, hoodies, cereal bowls, sip and spoon straws, stuffed animals, and even a Hot Wheels style car. Froot Loops was also a cereal that used to put toys in the boxes, such as temporary tattoos, plastic figures, spinning tops, and collectible sets. Between the marketing, the taste, the toys, and just the fun of Froot Loops, they were destined to come out on top. Not only did I have Froot Loops as a kid, we keep them on hand here at the labs. Well, most of the time. I polished off this box, but I kept it for the sake of this video. All I'm going to simply say is Froot Loops are rad. Had them as a kid, love them as an adult. So let me know what you think in the comment section. But now you know what I think. I just gotta ask, are you a fan of Froot Loops? If so, what's your favorite Froot Loop variation or Toucan Sam moment? If not, what was your favorite cereal as a kid? And if you don't like cereal, what was your favorite childhood snack, toy, show, movie, or other memory? Did we forget anything, get something wrong, or leave something out? Maybe you have a suggestion for a future video, or just want to drop in and say hi. Either way, feel free to head on down to the comments, because most of the time we look forward to hearing from you. And with that, unfortunately, we've come to the end of another Macabre'Gorium Labs showcase of things likely forgotten. I've been your host, Bats, and I hope you had a good time today as we took a look at Froot Loops. Turns out, the nose knew. Be sure to check back next time because you never know what we have in store. As usual, think for yourselves, be excellent to each other, especially these days, and keep it creepy. Hey, I need to get some more Froot Loops from the store, though. Hey, if you guys made it this far, thank you. We really appreciate you watching our videos. Also, we want to give a big shout out to our patrons. Corey Backus, Woodstock, Boss Mike, Bill, Viking Woman, Joshua R, and Matt H. You guys are awesome. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one, and keep it creepy.